Good morning, everybody. Uneducated Economist here. So I found a really good article coming out of Bloomberg, and it was reposted by Yahoo Finance. It's talking about the General Treasury account, and I'll leave a link down in the description for you guys on this. The General Treasury account, this is like the government's checking account. This is what they use to pay their bills. Prior to the financial crisis, the Treasury would want to have around 2 days' worth of expenditures in this account. But after the financial crisis, they realized they needed a lot more money in this account, and they kicked that up to around 5 days' worth of expenditures. So here's where the problem rises, is that when corporations and individuals pay their taxes, that's money leaving the banking system and flowing into the General Treasury account. And when the Treasury pays its bills, that's money flowing the opposite way. This major volatility is causing liquidity shortfalls to take place at the banking system, and that's why the Federal Reserve had to step in with the overnight repo. Now, the Federal Reserve does plan on exiting the whole repo thing come April, but I have a feeling they're going to be back into it, not only hot and heavy, but they're probably going to get into it in such a way that they're going to be a standing repo facility where this is just going to be part of the banking system. The government's deficit has grown to $1 trillion with no sign of reversing. So unless the government plans on either raising taxes, cutting government, which I don't see either one of those happening, you're going to see the deficits continue to grow. And when it continues to grow, the Treasury is going to need even more money in that General Treasury account, which is going to cause the inflows and outflows and the volatility at the banking system to grow even more. Now, there is a suggestion that the Treasury maintain accounts at the major banks. But as a major bank, you don't want to have this major volatility taking place and having the liquidity dry up. So there is going to be at some point another repo madness type event that will take place, causing the Federal Reserve to step in with that repo market again. And it's going to become, in my opinion, a standing repo facility. And a lot of people are talking about this, a lot of economists. Every time the Federal Reserve starts stepping in with liquidity, the banks are all of a sudden in the money again. That means the money starts flowing out there, interest rates drop, housing market goes up, stock market looks awesome. But that's a papering over of the problem. Go and look at the case index, the case freight index. And I'll leave a link down in the description for this one because Wolf Street came out with a really good article, I believe it was this morning, for it. And you can see that the amount of goods that are being shipped around have dropped dramatically. If goods are not being shipped, that means they are not being purchased. That's the work. Everything else happening in the banking system is a papering over. So even though the stock market looks awesome, housing market looks awesome, that is a papering over of the problem. Go and look at the shipping. That's where the real work is. That's where the goods are being, transported to the stores. Look at the store closures that are taking place. This is a major problem that's taking place here. And so even though you might have a house that keeps going up in price and people are willing to, buy that house because the interest rates keep dropping and they can afford the payments, it doesn't mean that the economy is rolling as well as they say it is. Yeah. It's a really good article. You guys should take a look at that one. Uneducated Economist. You guys let me know.